Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here. This is the way I see it. Before I get started on this video, I want to call out a couple of names of people who commented in my last video. Barney Fife. Barney, I know you haven't felt well lately. Prayer sent your way, brother. I hope you're feeling better. Edna Finch. Awake and Angry. Always good to see you. And Amy O.O. Keep leaving comments. But before I get started, I don't know if I can show this very well or not, but I have 2 1-ounce bars of silver that I'll be giving to somebody in the month of May. All you have to do is subscribe, leave a comment in the month of May. I'll write down everybody's name that commented, and I'll have a third person draw the name out of a hat, and you will get these 2 silver bars in the mail. And I promise to get them off quickly. Today we're going to talk about the same old stuff I always talk about. We're going to talk about California and their new pedophilia indoctrination that they're giving our kids in school. Pedophilia is now being taught to 9th graders in California schools as sexual orientation and not as the evil rape and sexual assaults that are practiced by pedophilias. Let me be clear on this one fact. Any person that engages in any form of sex act with a child is a crime against God, it's a crime against humanity, and it's a crime against our laws. Of course, these pedophiles in our government across America, they want pedophilia normalized just as another sexual orientation for perverts to exploit and destroy the minds of our children and to abuse their bodies. People, that's all they're wanting to do is to make it normal. When we have pedophilia in high places everywhere in the world, why wouldn't we expect them to want pedophilia to be normalized amongst the people? That way, when they're caught, it's no big deal. It is a big deal, people. I believe that in the next year, we'll begin to see some of these elites arrested and convicted and sent to prison for life, if not sentenced to die. And that's what's going to happen to these people if they're ever brought to justice. They're going to face a long prison sentence or death for harming our children. These elites are the worst of the worst when it comes to pedophilia. One really disturbing fact is that many elite pedophiles are also pedivores. And they sacrifice our children for their desire to consume the blood and brains of the innocent children. I've told you before how they do it, people. They scare these kids as much as they possibly can to the point of death. And then they kill them and harvest their brains and blood for their consumption. Democrats want pedophilia normalized as sexual orientation. Well, what's next? Pedophiles being normalized? It's okay to eat babies? I mean, we can sexually assault them as far as California's educational system is concerned. Well, the fact is that you have to be over 16 years old to be labeled a pedophile. And you have to be 5 years older than the person that you're assaulting in order for it to be pedophilia. So now they got these 9th graders, and they're teaching them that pedophilia is the norm and there's nothing wrong with it, and it should be normalized and legalized and not persecuted. Okay? Well, these kids in the 9th grade ain't 16 years old, people. They're younger than that. So this is giving them the idea, if they have it in their mind at all, that it's okay to go ahead and do that, as long as the child is not over 5 years younger than you. People, it's sick. Something's got to be done about this. This is getting really crazy when you put pedophilia into our high schools. You know, we want pedophilia to reign free over our children and to do to them as they want to do without the fear of being arrested. That's what this is all about. Remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Well, she wanted to change the legal age of consent to under 12 years old. What does that tell you about her? RBG is a Supreme Court justice who believes raping and exploiting children is just fine, and we should change our laws where pedophilia is not a crime but a normal thing in our society. All children in America are at risk from pedophiles and pedophores, and it makes, oh my God, making it legal is only going to increase the rape and exploitation of our children. They want this stuff legalized and normalized. Well, all that's going to do is increase the child exploitation. If Americans want pedophiles, here's what I tell you to do with it. Load them up with most of the Muslim men who rape little boys and put them in a boat or a ship and set them off somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Don't give them any food or water. Make sure their boats have no engines and set them adrift. Let them all kill each other. Let them eat each other. I don't care. I have no sympathy for a pedophile or a pedophore that would harm our children. You know, we could take them to the deepest parts of the ocean and sink the ship. That would work as well. But you know, people, you think that pedophilia is just something that you hear about on the news every now and then. But that's not what it is, people. Pedophilia is epidemic in this world. And I'm going to name some names right now. And I guarantee you, I could name these names and they won't say not one word to me about anything or to anybody else because it's a fact. And if it wasn't a fact, they would sue me. People, you can't sue somebody for telling the truth. The Queen and the entire royal family, all of the Windsors, the Pope, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Morgans, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Podesta brothers, Valerie Jarrett, Huma Abedin, Cheryl Mills, Joe Biden, Adam Schiff, and about 1/3 of the Senate, and 1/3 of the Congress, and 1/3 of all the 3-letter agencies are pedophiles or pedophores. They're all in the same club. They protect each other at all costs. And secret societies are no better. All of these people are in the cabal, and they all believe that they're above the law because they think they are all powerful and untouchable, and so far they are untouchable. But as a swamp is being drained by Trump, more and more swamp monsters I hope will be uncovered, and I pray their new home in Gitmo and the gallows will dispense justice to these people who have harmed our children. People, this is deplorable, Bobby. This is the way I see it. Pray for our children. There's so many that would harm them. What are we going to do? Well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, trying to get the word out there so people know what's happening in our country and in the world when it comes to our children. People, this is deplorable, Bobby, and this is the way I see it. Pray for our children. Pray for each other, and I'll see you later.